Hi everyone, welcome back to Eye of the Stars Story. Today we're going to be talking about the Acolyte episode 7, so let's go and jump right into it. First off, for my rating, that is probably a 7, because it did give us a lot more information, which I did like. But it's a 7. I'm sorry, I'm going to adjust my camera. It was a 7 for me. But let's go and jump right into it. I did like how we got a lot more information, like I said. It was really nice. I did like the opening scene, how they were literally just on Brendok collecting stuff, collecting data about the planet, seeing if it was thriving. They didn't even know that the other people were there, which was like crazy, because in the last flashback it seemed like they were already there, but they didn't know that they were already there, because he was like, Indara, can you hear me? We're not alone. He was like, we're not alone. So clearly they didn't know that they were there. And then he follows them back to their home, or whatever the thing is, follows them back there, and climbs his way inside. So that was pretty funny to see Soul climbing. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see they were literally just there to check on the planet and see if it was thriving and all this. And it was, but they weren't alone. And he sees it, he's like really surprised when he sees the girls. You can see that, and like we get to see like where the flashback episode started for last time we had a flashback episode, which was May playing with that butterfly looking thing, or not May, Osha playing with that butterfly looking thing, and May coming along and Force holding that thingy. We can see he's like surprised, like, Force sensitives. Ooh, okay, Force sensitives. Now this is gonna be a fun one. So that was like cool to see that they kind of like gave us a little bit more context before straight running over there. But I will say I did enjoy, what the heck? Sorry, one of my LEDs is being weird. I did enjoy the fact that we did get more context into this. Seeing how, like, whenever Torben was like asking questions and wanting answers, and she was like, figure it out, and Dara's like, figure it out, and then like Soul comes along and does the same thing, and Dara's like, don't mix your feelings with Torben's. What I have with Torben is I have him figure it out, I have him figure out the answer. And this is why I have a Padawan and you don't. He's talking to Soul, and she's talking to Soul. It was just really funny, like, and then 16 years later, whenever Soul finally does get a Padawan, she ends up gone, on the ground, lifeless. Like, okay, I don't really think that you were fit for a Padawan in the first place. Because Indara says that, kind of was like, this is why I have a Padawan, you don't, to Soul. And then Soul finally gets one, and everything goes horrific. So, Soul, I don't think you should be getting another Padawan, just saying. And then how he was going to reveal himself to the council, he was going to tell the truth, and Dara's like, think about this. This little girl has already been through so much. Think about this before you do it. We'll tell the council the truth. And they started a fire. That's your truth. I was like, okay, so a lot more context, because we literally just, so now that is it confirmed that they were covering it up big time? We already knew they were covering it up, but now we know they're covering it up big time. And the fact that he just like, Soul just like went through on a rampage, kind of like, you're gone. And she was like, I was going to let Osha join. It's what she wanted. And then how before that she was like, I choose being a mother over being a leader. Like she was going to choose her daughter's happiness over her own, which I thought was like pretty cool. And then how Turban's like, these are all like matched up. Like everything is perfect. Even identical twins would have differences, which is like, this is impossible. And they were thinking, they're like, sounds like the Force. Sounds like the Force is happening. Like they didn't say it like that, but it was like definitely how they were like, well, this can only happen because of this. And he was like, well, I have to go get them. And Dara's like, what? You can't mess with them. The council's told us to leave them alone. We've already messed with them enough. We can't just take them away from everything. And Turban's like, but they're the answer. And he speeds off. He's like, I'm going to get them because they're the answer. And then Soul follows after him, and they both sneak in, and then we have that whole fight. It was definitely surprising like whenever Turban walks out, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Master," and he can't open this eye because it's all covered in scars from Kelnaka, and Dara's like, "Kelnaka, go send a transmission to Coruscant." And Kelnaka's like, in his Wookiee voice, in his Wookiee tone. It was really, really fun. But I feel like the episode gave us a lot more information, like how May tried to put out the fire. She was like stomping on it, trying to put it out. Compared to them, they thought she started on purpose. It wasn't the fire that killed the girl's mom. It was Soul. It was just insane, like how much information we got. It was like, okay, that's a nice bit of information, nice chunk of it right there. So I definitely feel like we got some pretty good information. Or like whenever he was sitting by the fire, Torben was, and he's like, "I'm not hungry," and she's like, "Well, you have to eat." You can definitely see that Indara was definitely like a mother figure, like how Soul's kind of like a father figure to Jackie, because they're taken at a really young age, as we know. So and so Indara was kind of like being like a mother figure, like, you have to eat, okay? You have to eat. Which I did think was pretty cool. There are some definitely smaller details in there that were really cool. I really enjoyed the speeders. The speeders were awesome. It was really cool. And I just like love those like little, like whatever those little bags are they're putting stuff in to collect like the plants and all that. I want one of those. Like, cause that is awesome. That is freaking awesome. I love it. I'm excited for next week's episode, although I won't be here, so I won't be able to make the video until, like, the week after it actually comes out. But I am really looking forward to seeing what happens next week, with it being the final episode. That's all I have to say about the Acolyte episode 7. Please like, share, and subscribe, and as always, God bless. Bye, guys.